afternoon. Thank you, Tom, and thank you, everybody, for the opportunity to be here. My name is Chris Jacobs. I'm your new congressman in the 27th Congressional District. And I have the great pleasure to get to beat Nate McMurray one more time in November. And you know, I have seen Nate McMurray do some pretty low and despicable things, but I've never seen him do what he did to our friend Mike Caputo the other day. That Mike Caputo was suffering from cancer. And I just want to say, I think we all join in praying for Mike Caputo and his quick recovery. We pray for him and his family, and every good God-fearing person, irrespective of their political views, should say the same thing. It is an honor to be here. It's an honor to be here among patriots who love America. And thank you for taking the time to come here and show loud and clear the majority of our people love America and will do what they have to do to fight for America. Thank you very much. We are in times like we haven't seen in a long, long time in our country, maybe ever. We have the elites in Hollywood, our media, and others, activists that we see. I don't want to give them the credit of protesters because they're not really protesting for anything other than trying to tear down our way of life. That we have to unify and say, no, this is not acceptable. And that's why being here today is so important. I want to echo what Tom Bowerly said about supporting our men and women in blue. And I wanted to just say, I want to thank anyone who has or is wearing a uniform. We respect you, we thank you, and we honor you. Now, I have the honor of being the new member of Congress representing the 27th Congressional District, but I did serve in the state Senate with great members of the Senate like Rob Orth, who I believe will be here later as a new minority leader in the state Senate. This rally is very important. It is time for Andrew Cuomo to go. And why it is so important now is because of how many great things this president has done, President Trump, to turn this economy around. Prior to COVID, creating the most powerful economy we've seen in 4 decades. Unfortunately, New York State has not been able to benefit from that because of all the policies of Andrew Cuomo. We need fresh leadership, in my view, Republican leadership, so we can seize the opportunities that Donald Trump has laid out for us. Like cutting our taxes, like standing up and fighting against bad trade deals, and say we will not negotiate deals if they're not good for America. Standing up and saying China is a communist nation. They are not our friends. We're going to bring back manufacturing. We're going to bring back our farming. That is good for our economy, and it is good for national security. And we need to secure our borders. I will also say this. I used to be your county clerk. It was an honor to defend the Second Amendment in the clerk's office, running the pistol permits division. I've done the same and fought in the state, and I will do the same to defend your right to bear arms and exercise fully the Second Amendment. I just wanted to close with a personal story. You know, it's been a great honor in the last 10 weeks to represent you in Washington. It was a great honor to receive the endorsement of Donald Trump. Recently, I was invited to the White House, the White House lawn, but I was getting close to the White House, to hear the president's acceptance speech to the Republican nomination 3 weeks ago. It was one of the most inspiring events I've ever been to. I was very excited to go. My wife was even more excited to go because my wife was born in communist Czechoslovakia. Her parents escaped when she was 4 years old, and her father always says, people just don't know how close they are to losing their freedom. That happened in my country, and that's why we came here. We need to wake up. We went to that event at the White House and heard all the speeches on the video before from the convention, the inspiring speeches from many people all over the country, personal stories of what this president did personally to them and policies that he's enacted. And then concluding with that incredible speech of President Trump, laying out all the significant things that he has done over the last 3.5 years and his vision for the future and making America what we want it to be. We left that event 11:45 in the evening out of the White House compound, and then were confronted by all the protesters that you probably saw on TV. We were fortunate enough that we walked at another gate where there was less protesters than what Senator Rand Paul and Dan Bongino, who really were in fear of losing their lives, and legitimately. But it was one of the more scary events. People yelling and screaming, threatening, saying things to my wife I'll never repeat. I saw one 21-year-old punk say to a black man, criticizing him for going to the Trump event. How about that one? So anyway, as we were leaving and finally got into safety, I said to my wife, I said, what we just experienced tonight, going to President Trump's speech, and then leaving and seeing the utter opposite of the hope and America we want in the protest, that is the choice. That is the stark choice that we have in this election. Which road? So I'm going down the Trump road. I know you are all going down the Trump road. We're going down a road that will honor America, will respect the institutions that made this country the greatest country. Do we have problems? Of course we have problems. We strive always for a more perfect union, and that's what we always do. But we're going to do that loving our country, honoring our men and women in blue, honoring our military, and denouncing what we are seeing in Portland, and we've seen in Buffalo, and Rochester, and other places, which my opponents condone. So with that, I will leave you with one other thing. It would be a great honor to serve you for a full term, and I ask for your vote in November. But absolutely more important than that, we need Donald Trump back in office. Please get out and vote. I see people registering here. Thank you for registering and vote. Tell your neighbor to encourage them to vote. If you have any friends that are in significant swing states like Ohio and Pennsylvania, Michigan and Wisconsin, Florida, we need to get those states to win. This is going to be, I have a 2-year-old. This is going to be determined for the life that she lives and the America that she lives in. This is nothing more important than this vote in November. I thank you for the opportunity to be here. Thank you for being here today, and let's go win in November. God bless.